Hi, I'm Susan Papanicholas from How Does Your Garden Grow in Seattle, Washington. It's the middle of August, the peak of summer, and I wanted to show you one of my favorite ground covers, baby tears. I'm not one to shy away from scientific names, but I hardly ever actually use the scientific name of this plant because I find it to be a mouthful, and I'm not even sure I can say it right. It's Soleirolia, soleiroii, but I just call it baby tears, which is much easier. Baby tears is a semi-evergreen ground cover. It is very, very lush in the summer, as you can see here. It does a great job as a mat forming ground cover between pavers. In like these bigger spaces, it gets a little fluffier. In these tinier spaces, it stays a little tighter. It's green and gorgeous and lush and adds so much to this path setting where it can be between paving stones and create a really beautiful lush path. It's a very vigorous grower. You'll find in the areas where you're not walking on the pavers, like in fact, this all right here is paver, but nobody steps there. So the ground cover has just kind of grown right over it. And then where you're walking and stepping regularly, you'll sort of prune it away and keep the path open. In the winter, it dies down a little bit. It's still there, but not nearly as lush. And then in the spring, it gets lush and beautiful again. In the Pacific Northwest, this is not an invasive plant. We don't really need to worry about this spreading into natural areas, but in other parts of the country, it can be a little bit more invasive. Baby tears grows best in shade, and it likes moist soil. So in the Pacific Northwest, it's good to have summer irrigation to keep it this green and lush. There is another variety that is not quite as vigorous called Aurea that has a yellow leaf on it that can be pretty as well. They can be really beautiful when they're mixed together because you get that mix of yellow and green together. On its own, I tend to like the green variety better. It's a little bit more vigorous, a little bit easier to take care of, and I love the luscious green, soft feeling that it brings to the shade garden.